Who the fuck is Barcelona? Hey, hey. 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 Who the fuck is Barcelona? Hey.
Guys, and welcome to the Bayern View. Hopefully everybody is doing a-okay. And yeah, we are here to talk about Bayern Munich looking, scouting to sign AC Milan defender Malick Thiaw. Is it Tay? I believe it's how you say his name. No, he's a German player. He has played in Germany before. He used to play for Schalke, if I'm right by saying. And yeah, man. He's been in the Serie A, or been with Milan for 3 years now. And yeah, he went up through the Schalke system. So, the under-19s, then he went to Schalke 2, then he went to Schalke. He actually did play in the Bundesliga for a couple of seasons. Then obviously went over to AC Milan, has been there ever since. And yeah, so Bayern Munich are looking at him. Big up Daniel, big up Lewis. Big up everybody as per usual. Let me clear my throat 1 second. And yeah, we're going to do something a bit different here on the Bayern View today. And what we're going to do is, hopefully, I've given credit in the description. Hopefully we don't get taken down or anything like that. But I have some clips that we're going to react to. I've got so on and so forth. Actually, you know what? You'll see. Bless up. Anyway, let's get into this. So straight away, this is what is being said. So Malick Thiaw is on Bayern Munich's list. The internal contacting and considerations about the defender, but no concrete offers as of now. The player feels comfortable in Milan, so he is comfortable in Italy. But if Bayern make a serious push, he'd be open to a return to Germany. Leverkusen are also interested in him. His price tag is 25 to 30 million. Now, yeah, man, it's interesting. It's interesting to see what's going to happen. Obviously, everything is speculated. It doesn't take a genius to know that we do need defenders. So would I take him? Yeah, 100%. And we're going to react to his clips in a minute because I do have clips ready. But like for me personally, the way I see it is everything's on Verse, isn't it? Everything right now is on Florian. So, of course, they're looking to do this move, that move, blah, blah, blah. But until Verts is signed, you just don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how much Verts is going to cost either. Because the price, one day we're talking about a 250 million deal. The next minute we're talking about that they want 150 million. If Bayern are buying him, it's like, what's going on? So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. But yeah, that is basically what is being said about the AC Milan defender or Milan defender. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Bro, we need a pacey defender for high line. Mickey van der Ven from Spurs would be best. Thing is, he's very injury prone, mate. I got to ask my dad about him. I have no idea if he's good or not. Yep, bless up, Lewis. Hopefully you're doing well, mate. He would be a great. He would be a great as a backup if we get a better defender like Tar 2. Okay. You like the hat? Yeah, I like the hat too, man. Thank you. So yeah, that is basically what is being said on here. If we go over to this tab, you can see it. Let me zoom in just a little bit so you can see it a bit better. So injury wise, he didn't. So what we got 2 injuries this season. So we got an ankle sprain, which kept him out from August 30th, 2024 to September 20th, 2024. He was out for 22 days and missed 3 games. Then he had a hamstring muscle injury that kept him out for 14 days and missed 4 games. See, the season before, he had a hamstring muscle injury as well, and was out for 79 days, which is insane. And that was 15 games that he missed. And then, see, look, he's had a couple of hamstring injuries. He had one in 22-23. He had one in 23-24, and then he's had one this season. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. So yeah, he's been out in the 24-25 season, which is the season we're talking about right now. He's been out twice. He's missed 7 games with 36 days being missed. The season before, 85 days, 2 injuries, 16 games missed. So it's going to be interesting because, you know, when you're missing certain games, yeah, you know what I mean? It's one of those. It's annoying. If we're being 100% honest, you know, it's really annoying. But how he would set up for Bayern, personally, the way I see it, would be like this. So don't worry about this little kerfuffle down the bottom. So yeah, this is how we would set up. Obviously, we don't need to worry about the attack. So these two probably would be in front. Okay, well, we don't need to see about your bird's eye chips. All right, piss off. So yeah, Lima right back, Upper next to him, so on. He can play on the left. He is right-footed though, but he can obviously play with both feet. He's young. He's 23 years old. Again, he is German. So again, if you didn't want to play him on the left, you could always put in Ito. Ito can obviously play there. Let's just move up here a minute. Let me just move these players out the way a minute because they're just in the way, aren't they? Just go like that. So yeah, for instance, you know, you could go with Ito there. If you didn't want to go with Ito because he's out injured, and you were to bring in Anasio, there is another, you know, solution. If you don't obviously want to go with that, you could go with the all German defenders if we were to sign him. In the fact that you go with this, like so, it does look like we might get Tar. So, you know, that could be an option, or we could have Hudson in there. Again, I don't know if we're going to spend 60 million on Hudson and then 30 million on him. Again, that's 90 million straight up, isn't it? So the likelihood is we won't get Hudson, and I don't actually think we will now anyway, if I'm being honest. So yeah, you know, you've got Toy there, you've got Ito, you could have Anasio is another player you could put in there. Again, he's going to be obviously costly though, and then obviously you've got Tar in there as well. So yeah, there's a couple of options. There's a couple of options on what we could do, you know, and let's see what happens. I'm just expecting there to be, you know, someone and something coming in. Again, he is a young player, 23. His injury history is a bit worrisome at this age, you know. But yeah, if you bring in Jonathan Tah, you've got Upper there already. Looks like Kim and Jay probably will be sold. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Godfrey says, big up Liam, what you saying, G? Bless up, man. How are you? Big up to you, bro. Hopefully you're doing well, mate. There's going to be a fire sale at Milan this summer. So yeah, like if Milan are going to look to get rid of certain players, definitely should be going in for him. Fabrizio said you guys have to sell someone like Kim and Jay before signing Hudson. Yeah, I generally think he's going to Real Madrid now. From what the news is being put out there, I think Hudson goes to Real Madrid. Of course, I would love to get him. I would absolutely love to get him. But the fact that he's Spanish and everything just screams that he's going to Madrid, in my opinion. So, yeah. So the likelihood of us getting Anasio or Hudson is slim. I think Jonathan Tah will get done. The only thing for me personally with the Jonathan Tah news is the fact that Jonathan Tah has the same agent as Sane now, which is Savvy, Piano Savvy, or however you say his name. And yeah, I don't know if a deal will be done with him if we don't sign Sane. And to be honest, I don't want to sign Sane. So if it means we don't get Tar, then we have to go and get somebody else. This is what it is, unfortunately. You can go and get what's his name? Araka? Is that you say his name? Keo Araka? I believe that's how you say his name. You could go pick him up for 12 million and then spend 30 million on Toy. And then there's there's two players in there for 42 mil. So there is options out there. It just depends what Bayern want to do. But again, I said it at the start of the show, I'll say it over and over again. The way I see it, Bayern are going to be pushing heavily for Wirtz. So that's the thing. Wirtz is the main priority, and then now, you know, push for centre backs and so on. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. I will have a video maybe tomorrow Then again, we are streaming. So maybe next week, Monday, I'm going to have a video on some players that Bayern should buy, and we'll go from there. But on this player, again, I think he's brilliant. I'm not dissing or anything like that. I think he's a good player. From what I've seen, get rid of that. He's good in the tackle. He does make a lot of slide tackles, which is good. I just don't know how we would set up. Again, if you can't get Jonathan Tah, then is he going to play on the left? And is he going to be okay to play on the left? That would be my main concern, because he is right-footed, and I would rather have a left-footed player play. What happened? Did he play? Let me look. Okay, so he didn't play in the last game. I'm just having a look a minute at AC Milan's games, because I want to see where he did play when he did play. That wasn't posted, Brian. Lineups. See, the way Milan play, they play in a 3-4-3. So he's gonna play as a centre back, I'm sure, but yeah. So okay, so here they played a 4-2-3-1, and he was actually on the left. Okay, interesting. So he was on the left hand side when they played. That's interesting. Can we retain Palhinha as a right back? Can we play Palhinha as a right back? I wouldn't say so. Personally. So yeah, when he did play, I'll show you this. When he did play in this game, when they drew 0-0 to Genoa, or however you say it, this is the team. This is the way that they set up, and he played on the left hand side. So Upper would play here, and he played there. That's very interesting. That's very, very interesting, because with him being right foot, I think he'd like push off to there. But if that's the case, then him and Upper would work perfectly. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So yeah, now again, just to reiterate what is being said, he is on Bayern's list. There is no talks at this moment. Plan B, Plan C, E, A. You know what I mean? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like they've got plans. Is he high up on that list? I don't know. Is he low up on the list? Again, I don't know. Maybe he's in the middle. I don't know. That would be the only thing that I would say. The player feels comfortable in Italy, but he is open to a return to Germany. Again, the guy is German. He has played in the Bundesliga before. Like stat-wise, I know people don't like stats, but stat-wise, he's played 20 games in 22-23 season. 23-24, he played 21 games, and this season he's played 21 matches. He's played Champions League games as well. He's played some Super Italia. He's played some Europa League games. So he's not a bad player, put it that way. Is he injury prone? His injury history is a little bit scarce, if you want to say. This season he's been out for 36 days with 2 injuries, missed 7 matches. So it's not. He already signed with Leverkusen. Wait, did he actually? Has he already signed with Leverkusen? Is that actually a thing? See, this only just come out. This isn't old news. Let me look. Milan defender. I don't see anything, mate. I don't see anything saying that he signed with Leverkusen. Like I said, this news is new. It's not. This isn't. This come out yesterday. So it's not necessarily old news. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. And now we're going to do something a little bit different, and we're actually going to add this to stage. So I have tried to get rid of most of it. So yeah, this is some clips, and like I said, that's him against Barca. A lot of slide tackles are in there, which I do like. I'm not gonna lie, I do like the fact of slide tackles. Obviously, these are clips of him doing good things. Of course, there's a good block there. So you have to take it obviously with a pinch of salt. But like, still, I would still, from what I've seen, of him, I think he looks like a good player. And the thing is, with him being only 23, he's obviously going to only get better, as long as obviously those injuries don't keep cropping up. And yeah, then you go from like, look at that tackle, you know what I mean. So it's very interesting. Let me turn this music down just a little bit. So yeah, he's obviously going to play for German national team. So he'll be familiar with the players. So yes, it's gonna be interesting. This is good, Liam. When you talk about the players, then you show videos so we can relate. Yeah, as long as I don't get copyrighted, we can continue to do this. This is like a tester. Again, brilliant slide tackles. Because with videos, normally, I have credited the person in the comments, not comments, in the description, and as well as the music. But sometimes it's a bit of a hard one to do. But yeah, he like I said, he looks like a good player. A lot of slide tackles, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I would like, if we can get Tar, to get him as well. For 25 to 30 million, I find that really cheap for him. Especially if we are going to get rid of Min-jae. So yeah, they are. Yeah, I agree. Leverkusen are looking at him as the replacement to thingy, but that's the thing. If that's up to the new coach, isn't it? He might not even fit the new coach's system, because we don't know that Xabi Alonso is going to be there next season. You know what I mean? So it's very interesting. But yeah, like I said, 25 to 30 million is a bargain in my opinion. For a young German player. The only problem is his injury history. Is Tar that good that Bayern should go for him? What does Tar bring to the squad? Look at that header. Brilliant header as well. Tar is mainly a player because of again, great block, and then gets rid of the ball. Tar is a player and is being put out there for Bayern. Let me pause this a second. Put out there for Bayern because he's free. We obviously tried to sign him for, I think it was 30 million, not so long ago, and then they obviously messed that deal up. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, Tar would be a free. So you obviously only have to pay his wages, maybe a signing on bonus. And he wanted to come to Bayern. He did. We messed up that deal. He was heavily linked with Barca, but Barca don't think that they can sign him on. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, bro. Imagine how stupid we were when we rejected signing Cancelo, world class left back for 30 mil, and instead went for Sasha Boy. Yeah. That 30 million isn't true. They wanted 65 plus. That was what we were quoted. So I don't know if it would have gone down after he left us. But the option to buy was 65 million for Cancelo. So I would have taken Cancelo, but they just were never going to pay that price. And to be fair, I'm glad they didn't pay that price, because he was a good player, but I don't know if we needed to pay 65 million for him. But I do agree with you in the fact that he is a good player. I'm not going to disagree with that. But yeah, this player, look good in the air. Doesn't look like a terrible player or anything. Can that go away? There we go. Again, good blocks. This one there, that one there that he just put the player on his ass is actually against Kylian Mbappe as well. He was obviously one of the better attackers in the world football. He's not good, trust me. Is quite far from what we need right now. Okay, there we go. There's an opinion of someone that doesn't think he's good. That's interesting. Very interesting. Like I said, you can never really go off of clips. You can't, because this is an 8-minute video of him doing good things. There's nothing in this video that shows me him making mistakes or anything like that. So again, you have to take it with a pinch of salt, of course. But from what I'm seeing, he looks good. But the injury parts is the parts that scare me the most, because if he's going to get injured, you don't. What's the point of? You know what I mean? Like, there's no point of buying him. But yeah, there's a lot of slide tackles in here. If you manage to sell Kim, Huijsen would be ideal. He is so good with the ball. Will help a lot with the build-up play from the back. I'm not going to disagree with you, mate. I'm not going to disagree with you. I can't disagree with you, mate, because big up, man. Big up. Oh, what a legend he was, bro. Yeah, I can't make it 10 times of injury if he signs for Bayern. Yeah, that is a problem as well, isn't it? With our medical staff and whatever, don't seem to be the best. So that's the problem. We don't want another season like we've had this season. Like, injuries are just part of football as a whole, but for some reason this season it's been heavily on defenders. Like, Alfonso's been injured, Oppa's been injured, Kim's been injured. Is there actually a player that hasn't been injured in our back line? I think the only one that I can think of is Dyer and Lima. They're the only ones I can think of. There's a reason why Nagelsmann hasn't called him up. He also has been on the bench for AC Milan. I watched him, and even AC Milan fans don't go crazy over him. Okay, interesting. So I'll ask you a question, and if you don't rate him, do you think he's worth 30 million, or do you think we should go for someone else? Again, I'm not having a go or anything like that. This is a great debate. This is what I want to see, because again, from what I've seen on the screen and what I'm putting on the screen, it's interesting to see what people think. Again, I haven't seen much of him. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm not, so it's going to be very interesting to see what people do think of him. Is he worth the 30 million price tag, or do you think we should just let Leverkusen get him? Because he looks good in the tackle, and that's against Juventus. Puts that player straight on his ass. So yeah, again, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. It's 25 to 30 price tag. What do you think? I can't speak. Who do you think will challenge Bayern for the league next season? Depending on where Leverkusen go, if Xabi Alonso goes, I think they can definitely still be a threat. Of course, yes, losing Florian Wirtz is not going to be ideal, but don't think that if they get 150 million from us, could be a new Borilo. Yeah, definitely. If they get 150 million from us, they're obviously going to invest it. So maybe they get some good players in, and as long as they don't screw up, with like Barca have with the monies, that they got for like Neymar and whatever else. Like, for me personally, the way I see it is, if they can invest it like Liverpool did, they can cook. Obviously, don't get it twisted. What I thought it was a German channel. Sorry, yeah, maybe. No, don't apologize, mate. I'm never going to tell anyone off. It's a German club, isn't it? I love Pablo, but I'm not sure what the asking price for Stiller is. Oh, mate, I'm taking Stiller all day, every day. I am, honestly. Highlights. Right, let's put that back on stage and get rid of that. So yeah, that's highlights are a tricky one, because I also went crazy over Kim. Yeah, exactly. Bro Wirtz will come to Bayern. I'm so happy. Yeah, me too, mate. Me too. I can't wait for Wirtz. I don't think he's worth 30 million, but if I were to choose, I'd go for Tar. Okay. If we get either Tar or Tar, we shouldn't sell Kim, because neither is better. Okay, interesting. So who do you think we should go for? Obviously, Hudson's the main, the main one that the fans want. But what do you personally think? I'm very interested to see what you say on who we should go for, because it's crazy. It's crazy to see. Like, I don't know what Bayern are going to do, Because for me, I want Kim out. I don't think Kim's good enough. Now, if he's been playing with injuries, maybe they give him another chance. But for me personally, Kim shouldn't play another football game until the next season starts. They, as in Bayern, are going to play him in the Club World Cup. Now, we're probably going to need all players that we can get, but still, you know what I mean? It's just a bit of a tricky situation the way I see it personally. We do need a solid centre-back. 1,000%. 1,000%. We need a baller of a centre-back. Doesn't have to be skillful or anything like that. Just someone that's going to be a rock, because since, I don't know, maybe you say Ligt, but even Ligt got injured, so I don't know. We just need a good freaking centre-back. Araujo is very injury-prone and is very mistake. That he makes a lot of mistakes. So, but yeah, maybe we go for him. I believe he did just sign a brand new deal though, so the likelihood of that happening is slim. What if we keep Kim as a backup? Maybe he will do good as a squad player. Maybe if he's okay with that deal. The only problem for me is what wages is he on? Let me look. Bayern wages. Because I know a lot of people don't like to talk about money. A lot of people are like, oh, it's not our money. But you got to remember, when you're on big wages, i.e. Serge Gnabry, Serge will obviously play. What's Kim on? Okay, Kim's only on about 12 million. Not too much. He doesn't have any thingy in there. So, yeah, he's not on anything crazy, to be fair. He's got 110 million release clause in his thing. In his contract, but no one's going to spend that on him. And then, yeah, so he's going to be here till 2028 if we don't sell him. So it's going to be interesting. How much would the Sporting centre back Inacio cost? Good point. We'll have a look. See, I really like Inacio. I think he's a really, really good player. I'm actually going to have a video coming out because, like I said, I think he's a really, really good player. What's this? Inacio. Let's have a look, shall we? So if you go on what transfer markets say, and you can never really go off of that, he is touted to be around 45 million, which is interesting. He's 23 years old. Where I want to know his injury history. What the hell is? Let me zoom this out a little bit. Stats, injury history. Let's have a look at it. So yeah, 45 million apparently. Obviously that is euros. Injury wise, he's had a couple injuries this season. He had a minor knock, which he kept him out of a Portugal game, and then there's a couple unknown injuries that have kept him out for a couple games as well. So yes, it's an interesting one. But that's another player, bro. Is Tar free transfer? Yes, he is. Tar is a free transfer. Yes. We don't pay 60 million for a backup player. Yeah, you're not wrong. And yeah, Tar would be free, mate. So yeah, Tar would be free. So yeah, just to reiterate what's going on again and what's being said, Malick Thiaw is on is on Bayern's list. Basically, they're just looking at him. There's no concrete offer as of now. The player feels comfortable in Italy, but if Bayern make a serious push, he'd be open to leave. So, going to be interesting. Again, hopefully everybody has enjoyed this stream. And yeah, man, it's going to be interesting to see what's being said. When is Vincent Kompany's press conference, or has he already had it? And I'm away with the fairies. Definitely could be. Okay, yeah, no, nothing's still. Is it going to be a late press conference tonight? Interesting. I'm not sure. But yeah, if you are new, smash the likes, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for the constant support on the channel, my people. I'm going to be live 2 other times today, unless something breaks, and I'll be live again. I'm going to be playing FC25. I've got loads of packs saved up for Bundesliga and for Bundesliga team of the season. So we'll be doing that at 5. And then later tonight, we're going to be talking about Florian Wirtz again, as the fact that Bayern Munich are trying to convince Adidas to help fund that deal, which is going to be an interesting one. So yeah, bless up to everybody though. Hopefully everybody is doing good, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I don't know if anybody is live. Let me have a look. But like I said, I will be back later on today. Let me send you to Jester. So yeah, bless up to everybody. Hopefully everybody's doing good. And until then, Mia Samia. Peace out. See you guys later. I've got another stream coming in a little bit.